Welcome to another coffee break. I'm just going to see what this feels like. This is an audio only. Why am I doing that? Right? I mean, I'm a fan of video. I don't mind the equipment, the setup, the processing, the gigabytes that it takes up. All good stuff, all necessary, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. But the power of podcasting, the power of sharing ideas should work first and foremost whenever you're just speaking, just with your words. At times, the video that people overlay on their words can make you lean a certain way, especially if you have a good editor, you got good visuals. You could compare a low quality camera to a high end, 20,000, whatever K camera, and someone's going to lean towards the more high quality production. Therefore, kind of not giving the voice, right, the audio, the opportunity that it needs. At the end of the day, whenever it's not just entertainment like slapstick comedy, when it's not just that, and it's something that's meant to help people grow, think about life, think about themselves, and just be better humans, right? That requires that you listen to what's being said first, and then secondary, what's being shown. Like it should line up first to what is being said, not the opposite, not where what's being shown, what's being said should line up with that. No, it's what's said first and then everything else. And so today I'm going to attempt to do an audio only with a thumbnail. It'll be on, you're watching this on, or you're listening to this on YouTube, but you're looking at a steel frame. And I'm just going to see how it goes. I have another article that I found, and I'm doing this series, Coffee Break, but I'm flipping these articles on their head if necessary. If not, I'm just exploring it, seeing what wisdom I can pull from it, that I can see that it's going to help me, but also it's going to help you, the listener. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode that I like to call Coffee Break. Why do I call it Coffee Break? Because if you're having a cup of coffee right now and you have 15 to 20 minutes to drink that coffee, careful now. Don't burn the back of your throat, especially if it's a hot cup of coffee. But I'm a fan of iced coffee, so you can drink that pretty fast. But it's just enough time for you to enjoy your cup of coffee, get something of value. Obviously, I'm saying that about my content, right? So you know what I'm saying. But hopefully you can turn this on and enjoy both in the same time frame and learn something. So this article is brought to you by Future Tech. And I found it on Instagram, and the caption was this. It said, people who sleep with multiple pillows have higher anxiety levels. That's what new studies have revealed. I tell you what, man, the more pillows I see, the more stress I feel. But not I don't know about the study, but it's just putting them on the bed, taking them off the bed, putting them on the bed, day in and day out. Like, come on. Who struggles with that? Is it just me? Or is it many, many people? I've seen people that literally have pillows that go a little past halfway on the bed, and they're stacked. I don't understand. I don't even know where those pillows go at night. I feel like they might be haunting the room. I think they probably grow legs at night. They're just walking around. You can't hear them because they're pillows. I'm a little stressed. I have to admit, right now I have a little anxiety. Let me read what they wrote, and then I'll flip it on its head. It says, a study published in the Journal of Sleep Research has revealed a significant link between the use of multiple pillows during sleep and higher levels of anxiety. According to the findings, people who describe themselves as very anxious are 2.5 times more likely to consistently use 3 or more pillows compared to those with lower anxiety levels. I'm hoping that there's a whole bunch of pillows just thrown out with the trash tomorrow so that we can all sleep with a little more peace. Let me continue. Experts believe that this behavior may arise from an unconscious desire of comfort and security. Sleep specialist Dr. Kaler explains that surrounding oneself with several pillows can create a nest-like atmosphere, offering a sense of protection that may be especially soothing for individuals struggling with anxiety. This mirrors the childhood reliance on comfort objects like blankets or stuffed animals for emotional resilience. The tendency to sleep with multiple pillows may also reflect an effort to exert comfort over the comfort environment and command coping strategies along with those anxious with anxiety disorders. This physical presence of extra pillows can act as a buffer against stressors, fostering a more secure and tranquil, sorry, that word's not coming out, setting for sleep. But you'll be able to see the thumbnail or what I'm reading on there. I'll add it on the image that you're looking at. However, with this habit may provide psychological relief, it comes with potential downsides for physical health. Dr. Kaler cautions that using too many pillows can disrupt proper spinal alignment, leading to neck and back pain. Stacking pillows under the head can strain neck muscles and throw the spine out of alignment, he explains. Moreover, excessive pillows can trap body heat, causing discomfort and fragmented sleep, which is in turn may worsen anxiety symptoms, contributing to a cycle of poor sleep and increased stress. Boom. If you heard what I just read, you don't got to be a genius to flip that on his head. Everything that we read before the last two paragraphs wasn't really bad things until the end. And at the end, it's like it could be an old mattress. It could be just not sleeping right that causes aches and pains on your neck and your back. Yes, you can correlate that to having a lot of pillows, but that can happen in a variety of other ways. That's why I'm flipping it on his head, because I thought I was going to have a meeting with my wife. It wasn't going to be fun either. I was going to have to talk to her about getting rid of some pillows, but I'm kind of changing my mind. This was kind of clickbait. I bit the bait, man. I got fished. It's not the pillows. Because even at the end it said it could cause fragmented sleep because it's hot. And when you're hot, you can't sleep comfortable. Well, just turn the AC on, right? There's even new technologies with blankets and mattresses that control they have cooling mechanisms in them. So it doesn't even matter if you have stuff around you. Your body can still feel cool. So here's what I got. Here's what I want to bring as I flip this on his head. Too many pillows, too much anxiety. This study shows that sleeping with too many pillows can actually increase anxiety. Not 100%. Not 100%. And so that sounds silly, but maybe it says more about us than we think, right? This is more of a psychological thing. Like, depending on what's on your bed, is it old pillows? Is it stuffies from when you were a kid and you're like in your 40s? Like, yeah, maybe you should wake up and get rid of some of those. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe you don't need 50 whatever teddy bears and stuff. Maybe one or two will do. Holding on to too many memories, too many plushies, that's pretty stressful, because you have to remember, who gave me that one? Why did they give me that one? Was that Christmas? Was that my birthday? Was that this grandma or that grandma? Was it this friend? Was it that friend? Oh my gosh, I don't know where all these animals, stuffed animals, came from. I'm getting stressed out right now. I don't even have any on my bed. But if I did have one, I think I'd get rid of it. And so comfort isn't always comforting. We pile on things to feel safe, but they can weigh us down. I'm flipping it on its head. It's not a direct connection to sleeping, but in life, sometimes, and this is an ugly word, but sometimes we hoard things so that we feel a sense of comfort. But in doing that, we achieve more stress. More stuff is more stressful. So if I had a closet with 10 shirts with different patterns, different colors, and I had to combine those with my pants, every day I'd be like, I don't know what to do. I don't know which one to wear. Which one goes with the weather? Which one goes with my hat? And do you get what I'm saying? I'm getting stressed right now. Forget the pillows, man. Just the options in the closet have an anxiety effect on us. And so for me, man, I have tons of black shirts, man. Every day, if I want to brighten up someone else's day by what I'm wearing, I might throw a shirt on, a golf shirt that's a nice color. But if not, I don't want to think about it in the morning. I don't want any anxiety to come on me in the morning because I don't know what to wear. I throw on a black shirt with the same shoes and out the door I go. I want to save that anxiety to resolve and face other issues that are going to come from just a normal day. I don't need it at the start of my day. And I know this isn't about pillows and on a bed, but it's the same idea, right? And comfort isn't always comforting. And so, like, for instance, in my pod world, I have a lot of equipment. And it stresses me out because sometimes I don't know which mic to use, which headphones to use. I don't know, out of all the cords I have, now I have to find the one that I'm losing, as opposed to if I had the 3 that I needed and I didn't have 20 of them. I could see how that could add stress, and narrowing it down, right? Having less pillows, having less options. Again, I'm flipping it on his head. Follow along with me. I could see how that could reduce some stress. Hope you're catching this. Here we go. Let me also touch on this point. It says anxiety hides the habits, the little things, the clutter, the noise, even how we sleep affects our mind. Obviously, the article is talking about sleep, but what's the clutter, right? That was the hoarding, the noise. That sometimes, man, if I'm listening to music that's like boom, 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 I start walking like that. Can you believe? I just take it high steps, like I'm dancing while I'm walking. It's silly. So I put on some classical music. I put something a little easier to listen to, and all of a sudden, not only is my anxiety a little less, but my body language isn't like bouncing around, and my heart rate isn't like dun, 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 dun. It's slowing down, right? And so anxiety hides in habits, and so your body keeps score of what you call normal. But we don't listen to our bodies. Imagine if we don't even pay attention to how many pillows we have on the bed. And if it's you, if you're listening and you have like 10 pillows on your bed, I feel for you, man. There's people out in this world who need pillows, and you're hogging them all. Okay? That's not fair, right? Let's share. We don't have to consume all the pillows, and then know that there's someone out there that wishes that they just had one good pillow. But it's people like you who are just have all these pillows on your bed. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. And so your body keeps score of what you call normal. Anxiety hides in our habits. Here's another one. Less can be peace. Let me repeat that for you. If you don't have a pen, just make a mental note of this, okay? Less can be peace. Simplifying your space, your routine, even your bed can calm your soul. And I know I'm probably preaching to the choir. You're probably, oh, Sam, I know this. Okay, fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm just trying to make you laugh right now. I'm just thankful that you're listening to this episode. But think about the stuff that you have too much of. Is it worth having extra of everything if the result is anxiety? I'll answer for myself. And the answer is no. It's hard to live with a lot of stuff. And so less can be peace. I want to encourage you. I'm looking in the mirror, man. I'm talking to myself. There's certain things that I have too much of. And I use excuses like I'm researching, I'm developing this. I need this for this scenario, that scenario, and so on. And so I made it a point to reduce what I have for what I'm trying to accomplish. It's not easy. But when I do that, when I have a kit, like a recording kit that fits in a little bag and I can execute a whole podcast, that feels good. As opposed to me like, I got to take 10 bags. I got to take 20 plugs and 20 or whatever, right? This equipment, that equipment. Man, it's stressful. Not only is it stressful carrying it, it's stressful setting it up. And not only is that, but it's stressful breaking it down. Man, I'm stressed right now. Making peace starts with removing and not adding. All right. So the callback to the pillow thing, man. Maybe peace starts with removing, not adding. I'm sure the big stores, I'm sure the companies that make beautiful pillows, because boy, I walk by the pillow aisle and I always want to buy a pillow for some reason. I'm like, that's on sale and it looks cool. And I want to get another pillow. I want to get another pillow and pillow. Ladies and gentlemen, just like the Stanley Cup, just like the tumblers, we have too many of those. We also have too many pillows. So if you're laying down or you're going to later on, you're going to lay on your bed and you know your bed has too many pillows, I want you to first think about those who don't have pillows. But I also want you to start thinking about, if you reduce pillows, could you sleep better? Could it reduce stress? And if your answer is a little yes, I'm not saying a resounding yes, but maybe it's food for thought. Then there is other areas in your life that if you were reduce clutter, reduce options, reduce how many shoes, and reduce how many of this and tools and that and whatever, that could add to your mental health. You could live with a little more peace. And for me, reading this article and flipping it on its head, and if this is the wisdom that I got out of it, I'm blessed. I'm seeking more peace as I get older in life. I'll leave you with this. Check your habits, not just your heart. Sometimes peace is one pillow away. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this special audio experience of Coffee Break. I am your host, Sam Esquivel, the Failed Podcast. I will be back to doing it on video because I do enjoy it, but I just wanted to put emphasis on paying attention to the words and putting the visuals second for the most part. Obviously, everything has its nuances, but that's what I wanted to do today, to provide an episode that I removed one item, which is the video, therefore making this audio experience a little less stressful. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy your pillows, whether it's 1 or 10. I'll see you on the next one.